What's up, guys? What's going on? Camp out coming at you with a very special review today. This is the 10 January LA pair. Basically, you've seen me post on my Instagram. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but sneaker designer Jamie Kravitz got in contact with me, reached out. We had a couple conversations. I've seen the design of the shoe, and I was like, wow, that looks really dope. I like the way it looked. And I guess everything else is history. So anyway, this is the first ever 10 January LA pair. There are more in the works, but this is the first one to hit the market. There are 25 pairs in total. This is pair number 18. Model name LA, color purple, white, handmade in Portugal. If you guys don't know about Portugal, they make some of the best products on the market. Just ask Boston's Best One. Anyway, designed by Jamie Kravitz, like we just spoke about. They are size 11. Thing about the size 11 is they run a little bit small, partly due to the material and partly due to the footbed, which we'll get into during the review itself, so I'll bring that up a little later on. This is just the box, a couple stamping marks on it, blue with the, I guess like a lighter red, 10 January on there, LA. Oh, holding the logo the wrong way, so we'll go this way, the correct way for the logo. That's it for the box. So it came with a couple of extras. I'll kick it off with the footbeds, extra set of footbeds, and then also a dust bag, which I've tightened for some reason. Don't know why. Dust bag, backpack, whatever you want to do. It goes back in the box. Usually you put both shoes inside here, close it up, and then put them both inside the box. Just because the material, I would rather see the material stay the way I want it to stay, inside the box and protected. But yeah, dust bag, backpack slash action. I just mentioned the footbeds, but I'll give you a little detail on those bad boys right now. So as you can see there, 10 January LA. I'll turn it this way, get a little bit closer. On the black footbed, there's obviously the white pair that's in there, which I'll show you momentarily. I'm just gonna get into the shoes now. The other extra was the extra set of laces, but I put one in one and one in the other, so we'll just do that for now. Put one down, turn one up like usual, and we'll get into the details. So right off the bat, material is what strikes a chord on this shoe. The most important part of it, you'll see I have a horsehair brush on the side here, and that's for a reason, but let's get into the super lush and premium aspects about this shoe. I have worn them, tried them on, did a little outside video action, so you'll catch that at the end for the on foot section. But spoke to Jamie, I was like, what kind of materials are on this shoe? And he was like, calfskin suede all over this shoe. Calfskin leather, calfskin suede, velvet calfskin suede on the inside. Insane. Like, it's a price point. It's a pretty good price point, but it's reasonable for what you're getting on the shoe, which is why I'm an advocate for it. But anyway, let's get into, like I said, the details. So your toe cap, you got this purple, lush purple. I got my brush so I can do this back and forth and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about with the plushness of the. You got the gray towards the back and the steel color. But anyway, so toe cap, you got two little patches, both in the same color as the rest of the toe cap that wraps all the way around to the medial side. The medial side has one more little patch towards the bottom portion leading into the mid panel. The mid panel is the calfskin leather, super supple, super soft. I definitely have to break these in for sizing reasons. Like, they'll definitely get softer with age or wear. So definitely be on the lookout for that, or be wary of that if you did cop a pair. Rolling down the upper area of the lace and grommet into the heel portion is also the calfskin leather. You got that gray, super soft suede. Just, you could pet the shoe all day long. You got the skyline across the back of the shoe. I'll put them both up for now so you can see what I'm talking about. So this is the LA pair, skyline across the back. Rolling back into the lateral side of the shoe, you got the rest of that gray suede. The heel has a furry calfskin suede on the upper portion of it. You might not be able to see it as well. I might have to turn it off this way just so we can get some more focus. But you probably, maybe can. Let me brush it a little bit, see if you could get a better idea then. If I play around with it a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see it, but anyway, yes, it's very hairy, very long hair, calfskin suede on the upper Achilles area of the heel wrap, which is super nice as well. Gives a nice little contrast. Inside, I had mentioned there is a velvet calfskin suede on the inside of the shoe, and see if I can get some light all the way down in there, but it stretches all the way down. It doesn't cut off like a lot of shoes when you look on the inside. When you get towards the middle of the paneling, it cuts off right in this area where my middle finger is. Yeah, it cuts off right there, and then the front's like mesh or whatever, blah, 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 blah. This thing stretches all the way to the forefront of the shoe, down to where my my fingers touching my finger in the front here where your toe would hit if they were too small on you. All the way, super soft, super plush, fantastic. Very comfortable to put on. You guys will notice that footbed down there. You can see it has a lot of body to it. That body is super comfortable, but what it does is it pushes your foot up on the inside of the shoe, so you have to be careful with your sizing. You definitely want to leave yourself a little bit of room. I got a size 11. Probably with a little bit of wear, the 11 will be fine. I wouldn't go any bigger than that, but it does feel a little snug off rip, so just be wary on that. You could probably put a thin one in there if you want for the footbed, but I wouldn't suggest that. I'm just trying to give you some more options. You also have the 10 January logo on the lateral panel of the shoe in the purple with a gray stitch. Everything is precise, very precision cuts on all of the material. Very, very clean. There's no hangover, there's no edges, no rough edges. You can see everything is very sharp, which I like as well. I mean, you're paying a premium price point, so realistically it should be on point like that. Logo, like I said, is in that purple suede as well. Very clean, very fire. You have a mesh toe box. Toe box is very soft, very supple. I mean, it's still mesh, so you're not gonna kill yourself, but you can feel the material from underneath. So you get that little bit of mesh, but you're very, very protected as far as material goes on the inside of your foot, which I like a lot as well. Then you also have a suede going up. The tongue goes all the way up. It's one piece. It's broken nowhere. So this whole tongue area is all one piece. You know, sometimes you get a youth throat or whatever, and then there's mesh in the middle. None of that. It's all one solid piece, which is cool. Then you have an embroidered logo across the tongue, which is very clean also. I'll show you guys the purple lace look real quick. See what I'm talking about on that? Very, very clean. Very, very nice. We'll get into the midsole. The midsole is super simplistic. Just your basic midsole. Gives it that clean, old school feel, which I like a lot. Then we got your outsole. Has the 10 January stamping on the bottom. I have worn them, obviously. You can see there's a little bit of wear on there. So anyway, so I have one of the few pairs that have I guess a factory issue, you would call it. So you can see the logo is correct on my left hand, which is this one. You can see the 10 January period is correct, but then if you pick up the left shoe, or the right shoe, it has the 10 January period. So symmetrically, it makes sense that the logo is there and the period is there, but aesthetically, it's supposed to be here. Anyway, I like having a one-on-one. I told him, or we had spoke about it in a little bit of depth, and he was like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I don't know. I kind of like the way it looks, and I like having a one-on-one. I'm sure people are going to want to maybe have it rectified or whatever the situation is, but I mean, for the first shoe to have this kind of, I guess, factory defect on it, kind of just makes it more special to me. I don't know, because you won't see this logo like this again, plus it's the first shoe, so I don't know, it all kind of resonates with me. But anyway, just give you a heads up on that bad boy. There was a note that came inside as well. I'll post it up here so you guys can see that little thank you note to everybody who bought a shoe. Overall, very, very clean. There will be an on-foot section. If you caught the beginning of the video, I did have this guy rolling around. I'm going to definitely ForceField the life out of these. I am a little afraid about going out in the street just because it's so supple, and I just don't want them to get wrecked on my first trip like going anywhere. So I'm probably just gonna give this a couple coats and call it a day. So shout out ForceField for that bad boy. But yeah, anyway, if you guys have any questions, in the description to this video there is the link to 10 January's Instagram. There's a link to ForceField's Instagram. There's a link to my Instagram. So DM everybody, have a good time, enjoy your day. Anyway, thumbs up are always appreciated, and I'm out of here. Peace.